video, I'm going to show you all how to mix Liquitex paints and kind of thin them down a little bit. In my last video, the iguana video, I was talking about how I kind of started experimenting with that and whatnot, and how I was going to go into more depth of how I mix down my paints and why I decided to do that. And so anyway, yeah, let's get started. To start, I'm going to go over with what you're going to need, and first is these containers. I pick them up off Amazon. I get about 12 of them for $14.99, and I'm going to tell you that it's a little bit of an investment, but it's well worth it. And even if you're not going to mix your paints, I would still suggest working out of these, because this is from working off a palette. I mean, this is about 2 years worth, but that's still a lot of paint, you know. I'm pretty bad at judging how much paint I'm gonna need. Also, if you're one that, you know, makes your own tones and makes your own colors, and then you can always do bigger batches with these. So I suggest either way you go, that this is definitely something you should invest in. Next, you're going to need, of course, some type of Liquitex paint, and then a water cup to rinse your brushes and your mixing tools. A rag's always handy, you know. And then this is the main thing, your pouring medium, and I use this because it gives it kind of an oily effect. It stays wet a little longer, so it gives me more time to kind of blend. So that's why I use this. And I mean, I don't even know if this is right. This is just what I like to do. And then the airbrush medium, and I use this because it thins it out a little more without you know, kind of watering it down. And then you're gonna need 1 tablespoon measuring spoon, a marker, and a roll of tape. I got my tape right here, so I forgot to pull the roll out. And that's just to label your jars so you know what tone's in it. And then if you want to be fancy, you can do like some kind of mixing tool like this. This is a Badger airbrush mixer. Honestly, I don't really use it. It takes too long. I just use either like the stick or you know, just a paintbrush. So there's really no reason to be fancy. I have this for airbrush stuff, and honestly, I really don't even use it for that. But if you do want them, they're like $10. They're super cheap. Alright, so next is starting the mixing process. So the first thing you want to do is take your Liquitex paint, and I'm working with almost a full tube, so these ratios are pretty much for a full tube. Also, another tip is to help get the paint out of here, use one of these little paper clip things. You just roll this up, and then you'll see as you really to make the biggest messes out there. That really helps you get everything out of there. Clean up this mess real quick. I'm just making a bigger mess. Alright, so once you've made your mess, and you've cleaned your mess up, and you make a bigger mess, you want to start with your pouring medium. And you want to use 1 tablespoon. And then 1 tablespoon of the airbrush medium. And then I'll let you know, once you put this stuff in water, it gets kind of cheesy. So just make sure you clean it really well so you don't get like some weird cheese in your paint next time. But I'm going to set this to the side because I'm mixing more paint later. And then use whatever you're using to stir. And it's going to probably freak you out in the beginning because it's going to look like it's going to do something weird. And like it's going to break on you or like separate. But just keep stirring. I promise. That's not going to do anything weird. Yeah, the first time I did this I was like, ah. And it doesn't do it with all colors. It's just usually like the darker colors. But I was like, oh, this is going to do something funky. I just wasted a whole. And then like a whole tube, and then I just kept stirring, and it turned into some nice looking paint. So, and really to check and make sure you got it stirred well is to look at the sides, because you'll think you'll have it stirred well, and then there'll be like spots on the side where you can see, because these two things themselves have like an iridescent kind of color. So you can definitely see when it's not stirred well. But as you can see, and I mean it's honestly not that much thinner than how it already is. But you can definitely tell a little bit of a difference. You're pretty much done after that. Just clean up what mess you made and then label it. This was the Prism Violet. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have a better way of doing things, or maybe something that works better, or a little differently, feel free to comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Until next time, Rude Boy out.